is our production line here. This is that. He will give us the professional training and explanation about the pipeline, how that is achieved. Now let's begin. Go on. Now, first of all, we will give you the fully explanation and introduction about our raw material. 先介绍一下原料吧。This is a raw material. Please give a close look at it. The raw material. This PE is PE. This is polyethylene, and we purchased from the Shanghai Petrochemical Refinery, and the quality is very good. And is the mainly the products for this, and the raw material is a pipeline for the gas fuels and supply. Okay. Now this is our modernized and industrialized, centralized and breeding machine, and all of the raw materials we stock in this place, and then we inhale in the production line on that side. And the raw materials will get into this place and to do the dehumidation and to remove the humid and from this hopper, and then it will inhale into this pipe and will get into the production line. Yes, we will to the next and the production line. The raw material is goes through that pipe, and then it will get here. And here is our heating system. All the raw materials, and no matter it's from the PE or PP, it will, at the first beginning, we will heat it, and we will do the preheating and to the temperature achieved to the 270 degree. It's a control planet. It's a control planet, and to control to set the temperature, the highest temperature, and for the pipeline production.
这个就是我们的运动控制系统，它是运动控制系统。
This is the control system for the weightage for each meter, so we can calculate it. So we can set exactly the highest and the coefficient and lowest coefficient. So we will set it here. Actually, all of the pipes we manufacture is by we put one side of the machine is cold rod, another side is mouse mold, 口模 and 心脏 and then we connect them together, and the raw materials come out from this side and to the extrusion. So the pipes will coming out. Okay. And after the extrusion, and the pipes will, to anchor the thickness or the outside diameter to this and vacuum and the system. the machine is we import from German. It's a German machine, so it is very good quality, which can maintain, which can guarantee our products and into the highest standard for the quality.
然后临界承受出来的。
Well, after the evacuation system and the pipes were coming out, well, it is a little bit hot. This will be a little bit hot because the temperature, the highest temperature can get achieved to the 200 centigrade. So the next step we will just as I told you, the temperature is very high, so we need to do the next step, next procedure, we will do the cooling process. So actually we can get close of it to it's cooling by the water. The temperature for the water is 这个水的温度有多少呢？20度。It's 20 centigrade. The water we use to the pipe cooling, we can cycle this because we have the cycling system for the water, and the water can be used once again. So actually we pay much attention to the environmentally friendly. Yeah. So from this space, after the first phase of the cooling system, the temperature is a little bit lower than the first phase. So and for the next step, we're to the second phase of the cooling. It's the second phase. It's also the same system, but the 这个要好长时间呢。So actually we have the two phases of the cooling system. The first phase is from there and the second phase is from here. And for next phase is the third part of the cooling. Well, it's not so hot as the first stage. So this is the third part of the cooling system. Third part. Actually, have the three parts of the cooling. Now here, well, if you on my side and you may touch the pipelines, and the temperature is normal, is moderate. It's moderate. It's not very hot. It's okay. So we already finished the cooling system. And for this station, we're going to do the automatic laser marking. We will marking our the production and the time. And the day, the time, and also the manufacturer name, and also the checking on the workers, and the numbers will show here. Well, please give a close look at it. It's very clear. The simple pipe, the first four words is our company's name, simple pipe. And next is the water, and the machine is still working. It's water means, and actually we can see it from this appearance, and the blue part, the blue strip means, and the types is for the water supply. The water and also the P100. The P100 actually is materials and name. The materials is grade is P100 because we can divide it into several levels of the raw material from P63 to P80 and P100, and also the next part that is the PN 630 multiple 30.0 material, and that is the outside diameter of the pipes. The outside diameter should be the 630 millimeters, and that's the content is the PN 0.8. So the PN is the pressure level. Pressure level of the pipes is 0.8. So the larger diameter, the thicker for the thickness, and SDR, they also the pressure level. And for next, it's GB. GB means a global. Means a national standard, and it's actually the manufacturer standard for the pipeline for water supply in our nation. So here we can see the clearly is GB-T13663.2 and dash 2018. Okay, now let's take a look at the next image.
我们的权益就是参与整个生产的一个发展，拉动这个发展，所以就是它的。
Okay, now this is a pour machine, and all of the pipes and in the following will rely on this machine and to pour the following size and to go forward. So this machine is very important. This pour machine. Now we can see the marker and finish the marking on this side. And GB-T13663.2 in the water and W. Well, it's also some means and the Chinese characteristics character means that our pipeline is strictly manufactured according to the Sichuan province and the specifications and restrictions about the sanity of the water supply products. And next, that is the 2020 July 17th is the production date and time 30 is half past 30. And also the manufacturer number is A1, the checking worker number is A013. Okay? So that's the maker guarantee that every phase, every meter of our product, it can be traceable. It can be traceable, even if it's buried underground for 50 years. The markers will not disappear. So we can check if there is a problem, say if they have some leakage or the flatten or the crack. Okay.
然后根据我们客户的要求，你切割，马上他们来回过去切割掉。
Okay. Now this machine is the carding machine because we are totally carding how much the meters and we do it totally according to the customer's requirement, totally according to the customer's demand. If our customer just needs 6 meters, we can cut it for 6 meters. If our customer needs 9 meters, we can also do it. So it is a cutting machine where the pipes will be cut on this place.
而且他们是根据长度来切割嘛，切割的那个要求嘛。
So if the outside diameter is below 33, and we can coil it by our coil machine. But if the outside diameter is out of the 36, we cannot coil it. We just arrange it by the transport it by the truck. Okay. Now there is the truck there too, and putting the pipes on the truck and transfer to another, the customer site, car factory. Okay, it's over. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Now next, I will guide you to show our raw materials and to give you the brief introduction about our raw materials. Now, actually, the raw materials we manufacture our pipe and pipe fittings. We divide into two parts, and one that is two types. One that is we purchase from our domestic and petrochemical refinery company, and another is a part of it we import from other countries such as the Total, Sarvik, and the Korea, and also from the Thailand. So now next, and I will spend the next 10 minutes to give you the brief introduction about that raw material. Now let's take a close look at it. Now the first of all is about our PE raw materials. Now actually here we can see the PE materials we import from we purchase from the China and petrochemical from the Shanghai petrochemical refinery and company, and also from Sichuan petrochemical refinery company. So actually normally we have the 6,000 tons and for the stocks and in our daily lives. So this is a Sinopec. Here we can see Sinopec, and it's a logo, and each of the plastic bag, the net weighted is 25 kilogram. And this is the brand of the raw materials is YGH041T, and it's some the remark from the suppliers. The standards for the PE, the raw material is Q31-0.011600012C025. And actually, all this kind of the PE raw materials is we buy from the Shanghai Petrochemical Refinery Company. And from another side of it is It's from the Sichuan Petrochemical Refinery Company, and also each plastic bag contains a net weighted is 25 kgs. And the Sichuan Petrochemical Manufacturer Refinery Company was located in Sichuan, Hangzhou, and this is the brand, the name, manufacturer name, and here we can see. It is 100N. This is the brand name of the raw materials. It's also the it's PE. High HDPE, high density polyethylene and pipe materials. HDPE. Now here we can see Sichuan Petrochemical Refinery Company, and the grade of the material is PE100, and the brand name for the raw material is HMC RP 100N. Now, okay. Here we can see we have some finished good. We put it here. We give it a cap and to protect the inner side of the pipes will not get polluted. And we can see it is it's our certificate for the quality, for our quality. And if our products and pass the finished good testament, and we will attach the green label on the surface of our pipes. This is our company's logo. It is a qualified and certificate, and also it's the name of our company, Sichuan Pipe Company Limited. Okay, and this is this kind of pipes for the gas supply because it's orange in China. According to the national standard, the green color means orange color. The orange color means the pipes is used for transfer or supply the gas and fuels. Okay. And then next, I will give you some introduction about our raw material which we import from the overseas and petrochemical refinery company. And this one is from let me see, it's from the Sarbik. It's from the Sarbik. It's also Europe. It's the PE of the grade of this material is PE 100, and the brand is HE 3490LS. Okay. Now here we can see is the marker for our import when we import the raw materials from the overseas. Sorry. Well, next let's take a look at our finished goods. We put some stock for the nominal, for the normal, the specifications and the pipelines on the ground. Now here we can see is PE 100 and DA is 110. It's for the water supply. Well, here we can see some of the markers on the surface of it. I have already give you the details about each phase of the marks and shows here. It's the meaning of this, the national standard and some of the sanitary specifications and the manufacture date, the manufacture time, and also the maker and also the checking and workers numbers will show here. And here, the small diameter. This is a small diameter for example, like this one. It's also for the grain, for the water supply. But because the diameter is small, so the inches of the pipes, the thickness is thin compared with the larger diameter. So we put it here, and then here we can see the trucks is coming. So the workers will use the forklift and to put the pipes on the truck and then transfer to our customs site. Now here is a thicker, the wall of the pipes is a little bit thicker compared with that one, with the previous one. So you can see, because our customs before we selected the different kind of the diameter to our customers, and we will ask the customers and the application of the pipes. So then we will choose the appropriate and diameter for our customer. So the truck is coming, so we will arrange our transportation to our workers now. And that building is our technical center. And also we are national accreditation and laboratory also located there. So now let's take a close look at it. 我们就讲一下里面的吧。Hi everyone. For less than 10 minutes, I will give you the brief introduction about our physical laboratory and also the comprehensive laboratory. Now, first of all, let's take a look at our physical laboratory. Let's take a look. And this one is testing the ashes or the toxic and some the materials in the pipes. In China, so many manufacturers for the pipelines, they add some wasted or recycled material in the pipes or in the raw materials to cost down the expenses for the pipeline, the production. So if you use this kind of the pipe, especially for the water supply, that will be the very damage or the harmful for your health body. It's not only for your, the some waters in which we transfer from these kind of pipes, they contain, maybe they will contain or the toxic and the diseases or some toxic, some harmful factors in the pipes. And so in these cases, if you drink the water sewage, you may some of the people they got diseases because the water have the strange smells. So that can be explained why they got some diseases or they have some they got some diseases for their stomach or for the body. So we will use this machine to test and the incoming material, even if it contains any toxic materials in the incoming materials. And when we finish our products, and we're also testing the samples, we'll also cut one piece of our finished goods and to put it in the machine and to test it if it is contain any piece of the cycle materials or the top, the wasted material. So this machine, the temperature is can reach to the 1270 degrees, so the very high temperature. So if after the burning, after the high temperature, if the pipes still have the weightage and still have so many weightage for the ashes, that means that kind of products contain a lot of cycle material. So we will use it to test it. And this one is the thermal and permanent and temperature driver oven. And this one is for this one is for our technician to making the samples of our testament. This one. And this machine, now let's take a close look. This one is testing the pipes and contain the carbon black and dispersion and testing machine. If this means because our products and should contain the carbon black, and so that we can do the pipes will not get destroyed and when it enter the very hot or in a very strong ultraviolet the environment. So we will contain if the pipes and contain tested if the pipes contain enough carbon black and dispersion, use this kind of machine. Let's take a next thing is our comprehensive laboratory. Well, if you are my position, I will have a very comfortable feeling when you in this laboratory because the temperature in this laboratory is always maintained at 27 centigrade and humid degree is always maintained at 54 or 55%. So to make sure all the apparatus for the instrument and for the testament are always reliable and stable for their performance. And here are some samples, and we after our the testament. Now for this one is for the extension testing because we use that kind of machine to push each end of the pipes and if your material or your the production procedure is not strictly according to the national standard and the strength and strengthness or the stiffness will not enough. So the pipes cannot pour in this lens. It will got a crack or the broken. But here we can do it. That means our really good quality and really good production machine and testament. Now here is we can give a close look at it. This is the connection for the welding machine. We cut the welding part and then we give it a pour extension from both sides. And just like this one, and this one. So actually, now here we can see it may crack, but the difference is about the face for the cracked places. And if just like this, means it's very smooth and not any unsmoothy on the surface of it, and that means the raw material is just not very good. This samples we purchased from other countries, so they just give us the samples to the testament in our company. But if it is just like this one, just got one piece. If just like this one, it have not so smoothly, that means the quality is okay. So now let's take a next. This is the special. This requires another machine to test the machine to give it to test it is static and hydraulic and at the pressure level. So we will guide you to see the machines on the next row. Okay, here is the first instrument. The name of this instrument we call it this carbon black dispersion testing machine. That machine is also very important for us to test it. How the carbon black and in the pipes and dispersion. So we will definitely see to have the clear understanding of how many the carbon dioxide and contained in the pipes. And for this one is 扫描仪，这是干什么用的？ 这个我不知道咋介绍，你就暂停嘛。Okay, now this one is mainly used for weightage the grams or the weightage for each of our products. It's very accurate. And this one is for testing the density of our products. So here is the procedures and for the operation, and first, second, and third, and we will give you the operation, then the structure, instruction, and the following. So our checkers will follow the instruction strictly. And this one is velocity. It's just to test the fluid for the melting, patting. For the raw materials, if the incoming raw material, if the fluid rate is fluid rate is very high, so that kind of the raw material is not suitable for manufacture the very large diameter products. So we will test it, and when we purchase the raw materials from the other, the petrochemical refinery company. So we will use this machine to testing its fluid velocity and rate. And this one also the same as that one. Now here is the machine is we mainly use it to testing the products and steel stiffness and also the flexibility. And we use this machine. Actually, just like this, and we will give you the width here, and then push it to the very limited, the coefficient, and then we remove it. But because just as I told you, we never used one piece of the cycle material, so that can guarantee the quality of our products. So even if you give it the highest level of the pressure, so it will never leakage or flat or crack. So that means that we really adhere to the products and quality. And products quality is our top priority, is our life. It is also the company's culture, which is emphasized by our chairman. So for next time, I will give you the testing procedure by the video, and you can have a further, the close and and this one is for the, the extension. Extension is now here we can see. Oh, it's a samples, just like this, and we will test its extension at break, longitudinity, extension at the break, at the break. So we push each side as a power from one side, another side is here, and then we remove the machine, and it will push it from each side to the totally two different direction, and we can see that's how it will crack or will broken easily or not. So we will have some coefficient and some details data on this computer. So our workers, the technicians will give some report about the extension rate. Okay. Now here is all about our laboratory. Okay. See you.